Chanakyaa International Academy உங்களுக்குள் இருக்கும் தலைவரை வெளிக்கொண்டு வரும் பியூர் பாலிடிக்ஸ் பயிற்சி பட்டறை நேரடி மற்றும் இணைய வழி கான்டாக்ட் 7338824242.
In the conferences, Ayodhya spent lot of time and went midnight oil because he did all the relevant oral evidence and documents to correlate it to the authority elders. And submitted to court. I will outline the case and argue certain aspects. But in every point which I argue, he will give you the entire evidence in the case. This was the case. Normally, people do not know how a case is argued in court because normally they only go by ultimate result. This is a very unique case. There is in the past no case like Ayodhya's case. There will in the future be no case like the Ayodhya case. Na bhuto, na bhavishyat. And it is, I cannot attribute or to myself or appropriate the credit. The credit goes to the entire team which assisted. My own colleague and junior, I won't say my colleague, Anil Sharma. Then she photographed. Anil Sharma is very analytical. He was very good at working with case law and law. Photographed. I would say these are the cases which is required. 5 or 6 volumes of bound Siraj copies of the case law will be on my table the next day. This is photographed. Like this, I cannot catalog all of them. I misappropriate to the juniors of my son Mohan Parasan to whenever they found time to be cooking this case. And Bhakti, his name starts with Bhakti. He was really a Bhakti of Ram, worked very hard. He was also thorough with the full facts. The cricket match is won. The captain might have hit a century or bowled for a duck. Others might have contributed to the winning of the match. But the credit is taken by the captain. And the bowler showing 5 balls. When he takes 5 wickets or more. And I wish there was some method by which I could express my appreciation and thanks to the team which assisted. Not to acknowledge the help rendered by others is a sin. The 3 sins are never washed off. Mitra Drohi, Kritagrastya, Yasya Vishwasa Gataka. There is one who forgets the help rendered by others. This is one. Secondly, what is important? Book has been released only now. I have to go through it. But from what Justice Ayodhya spoke and what they were telling me in the past few days only, is they have covered the entire thing in the what happened in court. And I must also tell you that I had a very tough opponent lawyer on the other side, Mr. Rajiv Dhawan. He is a great scholar in law. He is an authority on constitutional law. He has an all-round knowledge of all branches of law. And he was a very formidable opponent, argued formidable arguments. And very clear. He argued modern law, Muslim law, Hindu law, Roman law. The case in North Sulp was a code, Limitation Act, Address Possession Act, Possessory Title, and many other branches of law. And he had also a very nice junior assisting advocate on the court. He said, he just Muhammad. And we have a duty to appreciate whether they are very on this side or on that side. The result of a case is not by one hand, only when both the hands join, the judgment comes. Both sides have to be fully presented. Unless both sides are fully represented and argued well, the result, outcome will not be very good. I first apologize to all of you for the long time I delayed. I delayed by 40 minutes or so because I caught in a traffic jam for more than 45 minutes. I apologize to one and everyone here, to all of you. I want to start with this. I stopped at this stage. As I told you, this was the great teamwork. Not only that, people do wrongly think that lawyers and judges are enjoying long vacations, summer vacation, Christmas vacation, Dasara vacation. They are all mistaken. They don't know the work turned out by judges. They spend all their lifetime as judges only and do judicial work and less on their families. They are in the Supreme Court, they have to hear about 50 to 60 SLPs on every Monday. They read and come after reading all the papers. Not only that, they have to dictate judgments. They are free abreast with law. All this they have to do it. All the time. They don't have. Their vacation is really not vacation. They take a part of it for relaxation, but most of it clearing all that against your judgments and preparing, and they give themselves to study, reading lot of law books and other books. This is what they do. It was therefore the judgment in non-moving is a result of the work they put by both the teams of lawyers and by the judges. And if you only know the arguments, the point raised on both sides, the trouble which Mr. Ayodhya gave in the case to us, and when I say trouble, not in a bad sense, the way he argued the case with such preparation and with such knowledge, and the way judges are putting questions, they were shooting like arrows, judges, like arrows, and they had to answer. Therefore, we have to prepare our arguments, we have to be devil lawyers to anticipate what they might argue, or guess what they will argue, and prepare answers, and to guess what sort of questions will come from the judge and how to answer. It is not an easy job. People who read this book will understand what is the work which has been turned out, what was the work which was done in the case. And this book is, just as the case is a unique one. No precedent, no subsequent cases will come, because we have to cover more than 400 years. Now, on 25th or so, 500 years of history. The Mughal rule, the British rule, the worship was, the Hindu worship was proved from the day the Mughal rulers went away and the colonial British rulers came to rule the country. At the earliest point of time, the district judge had held that Hindus who wrote him that place, what these people have constructed a mosque. But after so many years, I can't do anything. It is unfortunate when the judgment was delivered on a Saturday, from Monday and Tuesday, there was criticism at the court case by even several lawyers. I don't find fault with them. Judgments Our arguments are entitled to be criticized or appreciated. Judgments are liable to be criticized or appreciated. Only you do not criticize the judge personally. You can. But if they want to criticize, they should have read these 50 pages of record. Even if they don't read it, they must have at least read about 2,000 pages of the High Court judgment and about 1,000 pages of the Supreme Court. Then I would appreciate it. For that, 2 or 3 days would not have been sufficient. The perception, that is, one sees a mosque. It was a Babri masjid. Today one sees a temple. The mosque was demolished, an illegal act. Today the temple stands. Therefore, the verdict is wrong. It is not to be the approach. If people read the judgment carefully, they will know the points, they will know the arguments, they will know how the judges came to conclusion. But one peculiarity about this case is, it was not only the ordinary litigants who come to court were parties. Lord Ram Lalla was himself a party. God knocking at the doors and entering it, that is, God, a Hindu God, entering a temple of justice and seeking justice. And there are 5 suits. 1 suit was withdrawn, only 4 went to the Supreme Court. Last of the cases was the suit filed by the Ram Lalla. It is a child, Ram Lalla is a child. The court is the patriarch of children and the downtrodden, the bonded labor, people like bonded labor. A minor cannot sue. It has to be an instrument or a guardian. The suit was filed by a retired judge of the Allahabad Court, named Justice Devaki Nandan. Devaki Nandan is Lord Krishna. He had come to fight the case of Ram Lalla. And the plaintiff had also had the hand of a producer in the office of the Attorney General. That is, Mr. Lala Sinha, hailing from Patna, from where my friend Anil Sharma hails, who is the primary author of this book. A coincidence. And Ram chose 2 lawyers also to work in his case. The one was Lal Narayan Sinha, the Attorney General for India, my predecessor. The one who had to argue in court was my humble self, another former Attorney General. He chose 2 former Attorney Generals and 2 former Additional Solicitor Generals, Vaidyanathan and one who appeared in the case as who had been an Attorney General, who is never judge of the Supreme Court. You see the team whom Lord himself chose. God must have chosen appropriate persons. But even the other side must have good representation, a very good lawyer to argue. That should be the correct approach. Because one of the great qualities of Lord Ram is Ripurnamapi Vatsalaya. Even to his enemy, he will be kind. I'm taking about him, should I stop? Because I wasted 45 minutes. Can you take another 5 or 10 minutes? Can you take another 5 or 10 minutes? Yes. So, Rama is Vigravan Dharma. That everybody knows. But he was also Ripurnam Vatsala. Even to his enemy, he will kind. He will be kind. To err is human. To forgive and forgive is divine. That is why the one has to be, have the ability to forgive. And that is one of the greatest of qualities. And the case when Ramnalla would have seen the emblem and what is written in the Supreme Court. That is, Yato Dharmas Tato Jaya. On the day I landed at Delhi for receiving the judgment, my colleagues who had come there were all tense. I was also a little tense. One of them asked me, "Sir, what do you get?" I said, "I am feeling confident because the Lord had never sent anyone who approached him. The goddess of justice, Lord Ramar, Lord Ram. Lord Ram has never sent anyone empty-handed." Why did it say it? Whatever Ram walked on the word dharma, but Krishna will as if he walked on the word adharma also. Therefore, first as Lord Ram, he showed how to walk on the path of dharma, demonstrated it. Next time, Krishna, don't bother about I follow it or not, but I can advise. He gave the advice in Bhagavad Gita to as to how one should conduct himself. Therefore, there are several instances where we can link on occasions in Ramayana with law. You can link it with dharma. You can link it with justice. And that is the essence of Ramayana. Valmiki Ramayana, Tulsidas and Kamba Ramayana. It is, so many things has to be said, but I have delayed it with 40 minutes. I will stop my speech with this. I am grateful to God for giving this opportunity to begin the case. Myself, my team lawyers were all merely nimitta matra. God decided it is now 5 centuries. I must come back to the place. And it is Swayameva Karitavan, his hand which brought this case and recorded the result. A case which proceedings which went on for 50 years. The first suit was filed before the advent of the Constitution. A few weeks before the Constitution came into force. It all conveniently finished only in 2019. And it is all one decided by God as what should happen. And today, as when I said, God never sends anyone empty-handed. He did not send the Muslims empty-handed. They got land under judgment to be assigned to them by the government in which they could build another mosque. Because for them, Ayodhya is what Mecca is to them. But Ayodhya is not important for them. There are number of mosques in Ayodhya, more than, it might be able to say 18 or 19 or 20 notes. Some of them are even dilapidated, but they don't go for prayers. Ayodhya was also not important for them. And for the population of that community, the mosques in Ayodhya are more than sufficient. Still, they get lands for building a mosque. Those who criticize the judgment, I would request them to read the entire judgment of both the courts and the courts read this book and then start, if for whatever for points of criticism is there, they can have free to express. A right to freedom of speech and the Constitution. With this, I will conclude because I have delayed my too much. That's again the hand of God. I can tell you, Ayodhya case, I might have been instructed to open first. But that was a very heavy rain. I left the house at 9:15. I was in court at 9:45. The court sits at 10:30. The car could not move. You could not see. I reached the court at 11. The case was already fought in half an hour. The counsel for Nirmoy Akara had started his case. So about 1 o'clock, when the judges were rising, they said, after lunch, Mr. Parasana will continue the argument. And we expected to start answering the case which opened, or the main suit for of the Muslims. But they put me on the task of arguing now and last case first. Which is, we had not fully comprehended how to present, because we were concentrating in the other case, which we thought was the main case. But God was with us. Lord Parsadi, whom I worship, was with us. We were able to manage, and then from next day, we could continue and do the case. But who I told you was, even the case started, I delayed and went after the judges had assembled. That repeated today, probably in one of my concluding participations in the functions at Ayodhya. That is again His will. I thank every one of you for having wasted your time of 45 minutes, and I have come here, and that too on a Friday evening, on the eve of holidays, before Diwali, to come here and to listen and to bless. I thank you, everyone on the dais, the eminent people, for having come here. And I feel I celebrated my date of birth on 9th October. We are on 17th October, only 8 days has gone. He is the same age. He is November, I am October. But he is a doctor. He knows how to take care of his health. He is stronger than me. I am weak. He is very sound, healthy. And his voice is quite clear. I become weak and weakened because from tomorrow you are having a weekend. Thank you very much. Thank you. I can tell you a joke. What my friend Anu Sharma said when I landed at Delhi, after a struggle for reaching Delhi, because all the flights had left, by the time I had known that judgment was being delivered next day, because Saturday, we thought the judgment was not delivered on Saturday. So when I landed with a chartered flight, my grandson Vishnu was available to take care of me. He accompanied me. My friend Anu Sharma said, we were all making a joke that Vishnu has received the judgment of our Ram. Thank you all. I request all of you as a sadhas to bless me to have, I can't say sound health, etc., not to suffer problems of old age.
Can I request all of us to give a standing ovation for the Pitamaha of the Indian Bar?